Hey guys, it's Venom here with a new deck profile. This is my Cloudian deck that I built just for fun here recently. Haven't tested it too much, and I'm still finding room for a couple cards. And there's also a couple cards that I don't have in here. It's somewhat proxied. And also, there are a few cards in here that I do want to replace once I get better versions of them, basically. So let's go ahead and jump into the deck profile. You got 3 Cloudian Nimbus Man. He is your main beat stick. He's basically just sitting there. You use your Cloudian Squall to put a bunch of counters on the field, and then poop him out, and you've got what I think the lowest I've ever gotten him out before was 2,500, and 2,500 is still a pretty big beat stick if you ask me. So Cloudian Nimbusman is really good. The next 2 are Cloudian Altus, yeah. He's the one that you can remove 3 fog counters from anywhere on the field to remove 1 card from your opponent's hand, or not remove, but send it to the graveyard. And it cannot be destroyed by battle, of course. Now, none of these can be destroyed by battle, but if they are in defense position, face up, of course, not face down, so if they book a moon, it doesn't hurt them at all. But in face up defense position, then they're dead. So they book a moon and then attack it, it dies immediately. Plus, they all have 0 defense anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Next up is the 3 Cloudian Cirrostratus. Cirrostratus basically says remove 2 counters from himself and not from anywhere. Altus, by the way, if I didn't mention it, is from anywhere on the field. The rest of them are from themselves only. But Cirrostratus, you remove 2 fog counters from himself, and then you destroy 1 monster on the field. So that's really nice to keep your opponent's field empty. Helps things out a lot, in my opinion. Cloudian Acid Cloud. This card, you can remove 2 counters from him to destroy 1 card on the field. And of course, if you don't understand all their effects, just read them a little bit more. You'd understand them more. And by the way, if you don't know, when these cards are normal summoned, they all get fog counters depending on the amount of monsters are on the field, or amount of Cloudian monsters on the field, except for the normal one I'm about to show you here in a second. So therefore, they all get 1 from themselves, and then 1 for all the others that are on the field too. So really good. Cloudian Turbulence and the 3 Cloudian Smoke Balls. This is your Agent, Venus, and Mystical Shine Ball engine for Cloudians, basically. Except you don't have to pay life points. And they're level 1 normal monsters instead, which helps you get the new Exceed monster. It's not out yet, but I don't think. But its name is Superstar Mira. It helps this deck out a lot. It's basically a card that I'm pretty sure it says your monsters can't be destroyed by battle or something, or can't be destroyed by effects. And it's got like every time it could be destroyed, you just discard 1 from it, just like zVeNoMz. So that can be a pretty OP ability with this deck. I could see that getting played, and if anybody wants to try to make this competitive. Now, it's not a pure Cloudian deck, even though it looks like it so far, and just to keep it more on the competitive edge, I've thrown in a couple things that I think would help it out. I threw in 2 Agent of Creation Venus and 3 Mystical Shine Ball, just so you can get out those Gachi Gentetsus. Good rank to exceed, and it's nice to run a couple thinner engines such as Turbulence and the Venus engine, so I really like it. I'm trying to find, that's it for the monsters. I'm trying to find room for one or two Archlord Christias, because that would help out the deck a lot, considering that all the Cloudians are fairies and not whatever else they could be. But they're all fairies, so therefore every single monster in this deck is fairies. So you could run Archlord Christia and get pluses off that. Next you run 3 the Sanctuary in the Sky. Since they cannot be destroyed by battle, and they're generally all very low on attack, you want to not take too much damage, so therefore you run this guy. Just to keep you from taking damage. And plus, it's nice to have a support field spell, because in my opinion, field spells are underplayed and need to be played more, so I like playing field spells. 2 Terraforming. I want to replace this with Zeradius. Since I don't have Zeradius, I'll just have 2 Terraformings until then, because they do the same thing, except for the fact that one of them's a 2100 beat stick. But anyways, this deck needs beat sticks if you can't tell. But Terraforming's still a really nice replacement for it until then. Cloudian Squall. It's a continuous spell card, and once per turn during your standby phase, you can place 1 fog counter on each monster on the field, which is really good for Nimbusman, because Nimbusman is any monster on the field. It's for all fog. It gets 500 jack for each fog counter on the field, so therefore he's getting a whole bunch. And he also puts 1 fog counter on him for each water monster you tributed for his tribute summon. You can tribute summon as many waters as you want, but he only needs 1 to be tributed since he's a 5-star. Next up is 3 Moray of Greed. This is really just in case if you draw your smoke balls, or if you just draw a hand that you really don't like. It gets you a better hand somewhat most of the time, or just helps your hand get a little bit better. Not really much there. 2 salvage for when they do manage to kill off your waters, you just add them right back to your hand. And turbulence is really fun to add right back to your hand, because once those smoke balls go to the graveyard, you can use turbulence again, because turbulence is from the deck or graveyard. And the only reason why I'm running the Mystical Shine Ball engine is because it's from the hand, deck, or graveyard. Or I'm pretty sure. I know it's from the hand or deck, so I like it a little bit better for that reason. But anyways, Monster Reborn, because it's staple in any deck. Pot of Avarice, because I like being able to recycle your stuff, especially the Nimbus Man. Even though they cannot be destroyed by battle, they can still be destroyed by effects. Book of Moon, just because it's staple. And now I'm down to the last 2 cards of the deck, and this deck kind of hates Heavy Storm and Dark Hole and Torrential Tribute and things like that, because it just kills all the fog counters that are out there, or kills my fog counter producer such as Cloudian Squall, and also kills my life point saver, which is the Sanctuary in the Sky. So I run, for the only 2 traps, I run 2 Starlight Roads. Gets you out a free 2500 beat stick that can negate a destruction effect, and plus it stops their little Heavy Storm or Torrential Tribute from hitting me. And with 2 Torrential Tributes, a Heavy Storm, a Dark Hole, and all those mass destruction monster cards that are out nowadays, it's really nice to have that. The extra deck is pretty much simple. It's got 3 Superstar Mirrors for the smoke balls, 2 or 3 Gentetsus for the Mystical Shine Ball, and then basically a bunch of rank 4 and rank 3 and rank 2 and rank 1 exceeds that I can use. And it's also got 2 Stardusts, and then the rest is up to you, really. Right now, the only confirmed things I have in my deck are 2 Utopia, or my extra deck that I will build eventually. 2 Utopias, 1 Still Swarm Roach, 3 Superstar Mirror, 3 Gachi Gachi Gentetsu, and 2 Stardust Dragon. That's all that I have confirmed so far for the extra deck. Just throw in whatever you want. And that's it for the video, guys. Rate, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And I hope you guys start following and watching more of my videos. I'm just going to go ahead and wrap this up. So, see ya.